Welcome to Reviews by Robbie. Today we're going to talk about the Tamron 17-28 for Sony E-mount full frame cameras. Stick around. If you're like me and you shoot real estate videos, you are constantly filming in tight spaces, just like this room. It's not very big, but it looks big. Or you're one of those vloggers who like to hold their cameras like this. You can see that I'm probably about 3.5 feet, maybe 3 feet away from the camera. Then you might need a wide angle lens. I want to actually go through some of the pros and cons, and then I can talk about some of the real estate stuff and maybe show you a handheld mock real estate example here in my house, and I can just kind of show you like a real life scenario where I'm shooting a room and doing a handheld vlog for those of you who do that type of thing. Pro number one, it's wide field of view. As you can see, we're shooting the entire room. Again, this is great for real estate, vlogging, if you're driving in a car. Thing to consider about wide angle lenses is they do distort the edges. So if you look at my arms right here, you can tell that they're kind of longer. You want to try to keep your subject in the center so it's not so distorted. Another thing I like about this lens is you can get a wide angle shot, and from 28mm you kind of get this medium shot, which is pretty cool, I think. You can also get close-ups just by getting closer to the lens. Pro number two, it's got a constant aperture at 17mm to 28mm. Your shot doesn't get darker as you zoom in. Very, very important for video shooters. You don't want to have to be adjusting your exposure after the fact because you zoomed in and your shot's gotten darker. Fast aperture, Tamron, good job. Pro number three, this lens is compact, lightweight. That makes a difference because I travel a lot and I don't like having a lot of heavy gear. That does get taxing just on your back. You know, you're carrying heavy things around. You're carrying a tripod, a camera, and you don't want heavy gear. Well, at least I don't. That's a pro for me. The autofocus works. That's it, hands down. Paired with the Sony A7C, the autofocus is pretty good. A close-up, back to a wide, and I don't have to worry about the autofocus. It just works, which is great. It's also very quiet, which is great. Pro number four for me is the price. I don't know how Tamron does it, but they make these great lenses for under $1,000. For $899, under $1,000 with tax, you get this amazing lens. Compared to a Canon, they have those really pricey RF lenses. Price-wise, Tamron, please don't ever go higher than whatever you're doing now. Good job. All right, so let's talk about the con. The one con I have, and it's only one, is that I wish it had image stabilization built into the lens. That would have been nice, but I understand because of pricing issues, weight issues, that the optics for stabilization sometimes adds weight to the lens and the price. So for under $1,000, I really can't complain. That's it really for the cons. All right, so now I'm gonna take this camera. We'll do a little bit of a vlogging walk and talk, and then I'll do a real estate type of shot where you're just shooting the room with a wide angle shot, and you guys can see why I think this is the best lens for real estate, especially if you're just starting out and you're on a budget. Something to consider when you're just buying gear, that at some point you want it to make money for you and you're just not spending random money. Okay, so that's my financial rant tip. Let's go and use this camera, and I'll show you what's going on. All right, so this room is probably about 12 by 12, I want to say. So let's switch over to 17mm, and you can see the autofocus go in. And you know, this would be like a real estate shot right here. I would switch over, maybe put it on a gimbal, maybe a little smoother. You know, we go through the hallway, boom, boom, boom. There's my room. It's not very big. I need to do laundry at some point. So this would be sort of a vlogging, walk and talk type scenario. Maybe I'd switch it over like this and start talking like if I was a vlogger, you know, blah, 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 here we go. And I'd switch it over here, and then you can kind of see the house. This would be a real estate shot on a gimbal. So just imagine it being that type of thing. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, if you use this lens at all and what you think about it. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.